Mến chào ông bà, cô chú, anh chị em và các bạn. Hôm nay mình xin sơ lược về một đôi nét về Lake Anson. Lake Anson trước kia có tên là Cunninghame. Đến ngày 1 tháng 1 năm 1915 mới đổi thành tên Lake Anson. Lake Anson là một khu nghỉ mát rất lý tưởng, chạy dọc ven biển và cảng cá ở phía đông Victoria, Úc. Là một thị trấn nằm cách Melbourne khoảng 320 km, 200 dặm về phía đông, gần một kênh đào nhân tạo nối Hồ Gippland với eo biển Bass. Vào năm 2016, Lake Anson có dân số khoảng 4.810 người. Lake Anson với mực nước biển trải dài từ Melbourne qua Bairndale và thị trấn Kalima về phía Tây Bắc bằng một đoạn đường cao tốc Ring và trải quanh một điểm nhô ra vào Hồ Gippland được gọi là Melbourne. Có thể nhìn thấy quang cảnh của Anson và hồ với nhiều điểm quan sát khác nhau. Trên Melbourne, nơi đây có số lượng đường thủy nội địa lớn nhất ở bán cầu Nam. Bãi biển dài 90 dặm cũng là một nơi thu hút rất nhiều khách du lịch. Lake Anson là một bến cảng về đánh bắt cá thương mại và các hoạt động thể thao dưới nước. Bờ sông có nhiều tàu đánh cá và hai nhà hàng nổi. Các khu dân cư chính của thị trấn nằm sâu hơn trong đất liền. Lake Anson có một số công viên cắm trại và caravan và các điểm cắm trại miễn phí.
Lên trên lầu xuống mà gió mát nữa.
Now we are on here for your safety. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. So if anyone's using the toilets during the cruise, there is what they call a combing or a step just around the bottom of the doorway as you enter, so please just mind your footwork. I do have a few children on board the boat who can have their attention and that of the parents. Our children may walk around the boat as much as your parents will allow you, but please do not run. Also out on the open decks, the rails around are to keep you in, not to climb up and down on or sit on. Now we're out for a bit over an hour today. We'll run up Reeves Channel, Bancroft Bay, around the shoreline of the village of Neaton. Returning here about 1 o'clock. We'll try and give a bit of a commentary as we run along, but if there's something we don't go through or you'd like to know more about, please, once again, don't hesitate to ask. Now the stretch of water run here at the present time is Cunninghame Arm, and Lake's entrance at one stage was known as Cunninghame. Before this entrance ahead of us was opened up and renamed Lake's Entrance. Now Lake's Entrance still has one of the largest fishing fleets in Australia, with some of the craft being only seine trawlers, solidboard trawlers, very sharp boats, and then in seasons there's prawn, cray, scallop and squid boats. Now it's back in about 1993-94, they had one of the best scallop seasons on record, and about 30 out-of-town boats came over and worked out of lakes. Now when all the scallop boats were working, there was nearly $1 million worth of scallops leaving Lake's Entrance each week. 90% of those are exported and they mainly went over to France. 70% of Australian flathead is all still caught out the front of lakes here. The co-op coming up on our right supplies both Melbourne and Sydney fish markets. Area passing off to our left here now is the new works. Main jetty coming up ahead of us here is the Flagstaff jetty. Now these homes that are passing on our left, a lot have disappeared over the years, but these homes were built for the workmen and families, accommodation for them close to their jobs. As this entrance will pass shortly was man-made and did take about 20 years to complete. So they virtually had their own little township over here, having their own school and church. Homes that are passing on our left these days are only allowed to be used as holiday homes, not allowed to do any real structural work to them, just a coat of paint to keep them neat and tidy. They're not allowed to live in them permanently, rent them out, or sell them at all. There's one person in charge of each house. If that person happens to pass away, it has to go to an immediate family member. If there's no immediate family member, it'll be taken over by the government and just pulled down. It's a bit of a shame. There's not many left over here, only about 10 or a dozen, so some very lucky people. Area passing off to our right is Bullock Island. Building on the corner is Lefcoll, which is a local fishermen's cooperative. This is where the trawlers and shark boats come and unload their catch and reload with ice. Now the co-op can make up to 36 tonnes of ice in 24 hours to accommodate the fishing fleet. They do have a public viewing platform over here. It is very interesting to see one of the boats come and unload. They also have a fresh fish outlet shop over here as well. You can come over and purchase some of the local catch. Larger blue white craft off to our right is the Tommy Norton. That's what they call a hopper barge or a hopper dredge. That's our offshore dredge. So they pump all the sand here on the Bairndale Strait, actually pick up all the sand on board that craft and then take the sand about 5 kilometres out to sea and dump the sand out there further. Through the moment, running out between the two rock walls. This is the only entrance to the Gippsland Lakes. It was man-made over back on the 14th of June 1889. So it'll be back straight off to our left. Now there always was an original entrance to the Gippsland Lakes, which was situated about 6 kilometres down the east, which is down behind us. But that one used to silt up every now and then, so they needed a more permanent one. Once this one off to our left was opened up, the original one closed up and was never reopened since. It's actually part of the Lakes Entrance Golf Course now. See the change in the colour of the water here off to our left. This is a clean sea of water coming in from Bass Strait. There's also a couple of dolphins off to our left here as well. Dolphins ahead of us, a couple of seals as well. Dolphins might just come in. This is
Thèm cơm quá chị. Có uống cà phê không? Mua đi. Uống cà phê nữa chị. chơi.
Nó biết có khách tới heo. Cá heo dễ thương á, con nó vui.
Đi ra sao chụp cái vậy thấy cái chả nó lên 18 nè.
Đứng sát mà cửa quay cái cảnh cho nó lớn vô nó quay lại rồi đó.
Để mà uống với con nha.
Trốn rồi.
Đi còn có chơi ngủ ban ngày hết rồi giờ ngủ cũng ngủ nằm gà.
Rồi nó lú lên là nhảy lên bây giờ.
Hồi nãy giờ mình có coi gì đâu, đừng có đi vô nha.
Mẹ vậy đâu, vòng qua bên đây, qua cái cầu này nè phải không? Có không qua cái cầu á.
Rồi đó ai con lội vô đó không hả?
Oh, there. 1, 2 kìa.
Ồ, con gì bự vậy?
Đây nè.
Cậu á, sát nữa, cậu á.
Hải cẩu hả?
3 con.
Ủa nó nhiều quá em.
Ngay nè.
Cá heo, kêu cá heo hả? Có như đậm gì đó vậy?
Cá heo khác. Dolphin.
Dolphin.
Con này không hại.
À, biết hải cẩu.
Well, the water that runs off to our left here is Hopetown Channel, which only has an average depth of about 6 to 8 feet, but very popular during the warm weather for water skiing area, picnic area. Bit of bird life off to our left, flying past. Pelicans off to our left in the distance, all the other blackbirds and cormorants. They'd be the most common birds you'll see throughout the lake system. Blue and white craft off to our left is called the Kalima. This is what they call the suction cutter dredge. This is our inshore dredge. They pump sand through a series of pipelines, one of the floating pipelines off to our left there, then they pump it back out over to the 90-mile beach. Large steel structure directly ahead of us here, right up on top of the hill on the point, is the main navigation light for the port, on a clear night visible about 20 kilometres out to sea. And you have the Princess Highway running down the side of the hill. Cormorants that are flying past off to our left. Back in the mid-90s, they had a count on the cormorants and estimated to be between 40 and 45,000 throughout the lake system. And they are a protected species. Some people wonder why they're protected. Not only is there so many of them, but cormorants can actually eat up to twice their own body weight in fish each day. The smaller the white-breasted cormorant can weigh up to 1 kilo. The larger the black-breasted cormorant, like these ones off to our left here, can weigh up to 2 kilos. They'd be the most common birds you'll see throughout the lake system. And you'd have the black swans, the pelicans, and the silver gulls, what most people call a seagull. stop the erosion. One stage in the earlier days, locals were even allowed to drive along there. A little bit too dangerous, so we blocked off the vehicles. Not only now is it popular with people fishing, but also as a walking track. Little jetty coming up off to our right is Kalima jetty, very popular fishing area, picnic area. Water we're travelling through here at the moment is Reed's Channel, which has an average depth of about 20 feet, a little further up. And these red and green markers will be passing throughout the cruise. These are channel markers indicating deeper water from shallow water.
Mở đi 3 tháng anh, mở được đi 3 tháng anh mà.
Mà đi 6 tuần á.
Không, trong giấy tờ á, mở được đi 3 tháng anh sao?
Hôm trước mà tôi hỏi là ấy nó nói bắt mà mình đi 6 tháng.
6 tháng. Vậy là ngon đó chị Thi. Chị về chị ở mấy tháng luôn cũng được.
Hỏi nó lâu rồi cũng để ý.
Nhiều cái mở 1 năm á, nó có cái...
Thì bữa hổm 26 tuần đó.
Không, nhiều khi mỗi 1 năm á, nó thay đổi chứ.
Ngồi dây kẹo cổ á.
Đi qua đây ngồi.
Ngồi dây kẹo cổ á.
cost you about $3,000 a night to hire the island.
Em uống mấy cử cũng được thôi. Tại vì sao biết không? Thì em quay trên nè. Chị biết không, em uống mấy cử cũng được hết, nhưng mà bác sĩ kêu em thử.
Nhưng bác sĩ đi đường
Ủa, không phải bị đường mà bị cao máu. Cao máu uống cà phê không được.
Looking off to our left now, we're going to Fraser Island, a homestead just coming into view, so built by the Simon family back in 1911, consisting of 11 bedrooms, just on 70 squares. The third island passing on our left here now out of the chain of three. This one's Flanagan Island. Flanagan is the longest out of the three. It is also privately owned. There is no development though as yet on Flanagan. Off to our right here now up in the trees is another homestead, which is Riverland Park. This home's been taken over by the government. The house has been partially restored and there's very nice gardens and walks going up there. All the area being passing off to our right is all National Park Reserve. So it's not Riverland. About a 15-minute drive out of Lakes. They also get quite a lot of weddings up there as well on a nice day with a beautiful view out over the lake system. left Reeves Channel and entered into Bancroft Bay. Now Bancroft Bay has an average depth of about 25 feet and deep water to all shores. Area starting to pass off to our left here is part of the Bull Pool Peninsula. Little point of land coming up on our left at the moment, locally known as Mosquito Point. Now this is all still part of the mainland off to our left, but there's no road access into this area whatsoever. All the material for these homes is brought across from Meetung by a barge. Each of these people have their own small craft for getting across, and they're all just holiday homes over here. Village of Meetung coming into view now directly ahead of us. see a few black swans off to our left here. All the other little black birds you'll see in the water off to our left. These birds are a water hen or a coot. Point of land ahead of us here is Shavings Point. Gets its name as it's very deep water right at the edge. Deepest part of the lake system, drops off to 50 feet. Once you're around that point, you're out to Lake King. Lake King's the first of the three lakes. So you have Lake King, Lake Victoria and Lake Wellington. Now it is all salt water. It does get a little bit brackish right up the top ends of the creeks and rivers, but other than that it is all salt, and we only have the one small entrance back at Lake's entrance to get out to the open ocean. So if you have a boat up in sail and you want to get it out to Bass Strait, you've got to come all the way down here to get out. Give you a bit more of an idea just how big the lake system are. If anyone's ever been to Sydney before, Gippsland Lakes is supposed to be 7 times the size of Sydney Harbour. These homes that are started to pass on our left are built on this narrow peninsula of land, so back fences of these properties back onto a little roadway that then joins onto Lake King, so they can't get built out front or back. Very old titles around the foreshore here of Metung. These people actually own right down to the water's edge. Some of them even claim to own part of the lake system through erosion. Give you a bit of an idea of price you'll pay for a holiday home, and very rarely do they come up for sale. This double-storey house passing directly off to our left now. Got the large tree out the front, got the ribbons on the jetty there trying to scare off the birds. This was one of the last homes to come up for sale, and it was back in 2007. It was sold, starting asking price, $4.5 million. Main area of Metung coming up ahead of us here. You'll see some holiday apartments coming up on our left. Larger development is the moorings. Then the next apartments are the slipways. Next to the slipway apartment you have the Village Green. Metung apparently has one of the only registered village greens in the state, therefore still called a village. And the Metung Hotel, directly ahead of us here, right on the water's edge.
hình như là 1 năm đến 18 tháng hay 10 năm.
Mới nói chơi vui vậy thôi.
đã 4 đồng mà qua bên đây
Mấy tuổi á, chị 70 tuổi chị dễ sinh hơn. Thông thường á là 75 tuổi á là dễ sinh lắm. Tiền cái là vô tiền. Em hả? Em cũng rành á, em đọc information ở trên đấy. Cho nên em biết được quyết định. Chị qua mấy năm chưa tới. Nhưng mà má em không chịu vô đâu. Mình xin rồi tới thầy giúp thôi, chứ đâu có vô đâu được là em.
In the meantime, boat marina passing off to our left here, which holds on to about 200 craft now. Been doing renovations to a lot of these marinas over the last few years. The amount of boats coming into the area. A little building off to our left on the foreshore, the Meantime Yacht Club clubhouse. There's also a little bowls and tennis club situated in behind that. Main road in the meantime runs right around the water's edge off to our left. It was only about a 20-minute drive from either Lake's Entrance or Bairndale. Bairndale being the main shopping and employment centre. You'll also see a nice little boardwalk off to our left, which follows the road around down to Chinaman's Creek. Chinaman's Creek is a very popular boat mooring area, sheltered from most winds. There's also a group of craft in Chinaman's Creek that belong to Riviera Nautic, and they have a hire drive yourself cruiser fleet, also having yachts. You can hire out those craft for a weekend or a week and sail yourself around the lake system. Having all facilities on board, toilet, showers, hot water, etc. Ideal way to get out in the water for a few days. You don't even need a license to drive those craft at the moment.
Ở trên đây 50 phút rồi đó, là nãy giờ là cũng được gần 60 phút rồi đó. Không thì cái giờ này chính xác nè, tại vì hồi nãy không nhớ lắm. Ha, nó chiên nó nhảy lại, mấy người ngồi kế bên ăn á, nó có scallop nữa. Tại vì sao biết không, nó ấy bột vô á, nó cháo vô mới đầu họ nói là cá, rồi sau đó ăn vô cái họ nói là scallop.
Dầu mỡ quá, nên cũng không.
And we're just about to come out of the speed restricted zone here again, so we'll take up the speed in a moment.
các bạn đã đồng hành cùng mình trong suốt thời gian qua. Mến chúc các bạn ngày mới nhiều niềm vui và hạnh phúc. Thân chào các bạn.